How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Eastern Poland, and this place is really hard to say. I asked for the pronunciation, and no matter how I say it, and I'm still feeling like I'm saying it wrong. But it is the place, is a capital, yeah, capital something. But it's telling me the breakdown is Bialystok, Bialystok, something like that. I don't know. But this video is by the channel Brit in Poland. I don't think I've done a video by this channel because I'm not subscribed. I tried to subscribe to them just so I could keep up on them and see how they're doing. But it's really cool. This person has 4.23K subscribers, and I have 4.32 subscribers. So it was meant to be, apparently. Let's check this out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. Let's do it.
Welcome to another edition of Brit in Poland. So today's video shows you a weekend spent in Bialystok. And as a reminder, if you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more videos of this type, please subscribe. And feel free to check out my playlists for other locations in Poland. Bialystok is certainly a unique place with a certain charm. So, enjoy.
Wow, it's beautiful. That looked like a war zone. That did. And there's a bunch of flags on it. Makes you wonder. Bialystok? Or Bialystok? The LY is pronounced we. For a second I thought it was a TY, but no, it looks like a L. I don't know. This language is very interesting to me.
Bialystok is in the northeast of Poland. And this time, rather than taking a train, I took a Flixbus to get there, which was pretty handy. The city centre isn't that massive, but ideally you're probably going to look at this area if you're going there for a weekend. Now, we started off, just wandering around the city at night. We got there pretty late, so we...
I just noticed a few minutes ago, I wasn't going to pause it though, because I just started it. But this little thing right here, I'm guessing you can take a picture in front of it and it's like really pretty. That's awesome. It's a little unique thing.
Mainly wanted to find somewhere to grab some food. I think we got a Żabka hot dog in the end to survive. But we thought, well, since we're here, let's try and see what Bialystok is about. So we took a bit of a wander and found some rather curious sights, I must say.
Yeah, they got a thing with heads, I've noticed.
And yeah, It was pretty quirky. It was very active. A lot of people were out and about, and it looked like it was quite like a busy little town, as it were. Now, we start off the next day by taking a nice scenic walk. So you have Park Konstytucja, and here there were quite a few monuments of note, definitely worth a visit. It was very relaxing, quite a big park, and it was pretty chilled. It's worth noting that Bialystok, even though it's like not the biggest city in Poland, is the biggest city in
Okay, that's gonna be a definite to do. I've been dying to go to the zoo even here, and I'm really curious to know like what kind of zoo animals you guys have. That's so cool.
Northeast, so in the Podlashen voivodeship, with which it is the capital. And the population being about 300,000. And here is the zoo. Sorry to catch up. So this zoo was like right on the kind of outskirts of the main city. It was completely free, and the weather was a little bit chilly. You know, this is the problem when you go sort of October time. But it was nice. You know, it was very relaxing.
A pig?
And
pigs are not in zoos here. They like to like capture ours from the wild and stuff them in a little cage. No, that's not funny. My 4-year-old laughed about that. But no, we don't have zoos. We don't have pigs in our zoos. That would be like a farm.
yeah, I have to say, Bialystok's strength, as I really see it, is it's kind of tied to nature. You know, right in like a spear point into the middle of the city, you have this network of parks, which I'll be showing you now, at least in brief glimpse. And this is the Philharmonic Orchestra. Sadly, didn't get a chance to take in a show, but thought the building was impressive enough to show off.
Yeah.
And yes, lots of monuments, you know, particularly to the war and things. Now here,
I noticed that little graveyard off to the side, on the side of that big monument that they had, probably for the fallen soldiers. That's just amazing that I don't know of many spots around here that has places that focus on this kind of stuff, honestly. I know that the people that die in war are all buried in the same area as like regular people like me and you, but around like Veterans Day or Memorial Day or 4th of July, those types of holidays, they will go and put flags on all the people that died during war. But I don't know of any particular spaces that actually just solely focus on that. But yeah, really cool.
it was actually a very nice surprise. So this is Alfred Kami's sculpture museum. Now, I'd never heard of this guy, but so he was born in 1901 in Bialystok. He was serving in the army in 1920 under General Josef Haller.
Oh, wow.
And he did a bit of artwork in Bialystok before he moved to Warsaw, where he struggled and ended up moving to France. After moving back to Poland, he focused on his sculpture and won a great many awards. Won so many awards.
Wow, that's so cool.
And some of his recreations are like Einstein and Hemingway, and it's really a place you have to see. But yeah, going back through the parks, and again, just beautiful scenery wherever you kind of look in this town, in this city. And luckily it wasn't raining, at least not too badly when we went, so we got to enjoy it. You got the sculpture of the washerwoman. Should probably have researched that, but anyway. So this is
The washerwoman? So he said. So I did ask ChatGPT about the sculptures of all the heads. It says, you're likely referring to the children of Bialystok or whatever monument, which features sculptures of heads. This poignant piece is a Holocaust memorial that commemorates the Jewish children who were killed during the Nazi occupation in Poland. The sculpture consists of numerous small heads, a somber artistic choice meant to evoke the loss of young lives during World War II. Each head symbolizes a child, and the arrangement of the heads give a haunting reminder of the brutal impact of the Holocaust of the Jewish community in Bialystok. Okay, so this says the washerwoman, also known as the washer girl or Plamnik Prazki in Polish. is a famous sculpture that represents a washerwoman wringing out clothes. It's located in the Dajladi district of the city near the Old River Channel. The sculpture reflects a tribute of the working class women, particularly those who worked as laundresses. In the past, many women in the city made their living by washing clothes, especially near the riverbanks. The statue stands as a symbol of their hard work and contribution to the daily life in the city. That's so cool. It's an iconic landmark and has a nostalgic feel as it connects the modern city to its historical roots and everyday lives as its people from the past. The washerwoman is also often referred to as a symbol of the city's cultural heritage and serves as a reminder of the humble yet important roles women play in its history. Way cool. So that's that.
It's Branicki Palace.
Beneath.
And you could say it is easily the main attraction of Bialystok. It's this absolutely wonderful palace. And, you know, you have this kind of maze-like garden.
Wow, that's cool.
It was built in 1692 by Jans Clemens Branicki.
Wow.
And it was actually built on the foundations of the castle that was originally here for the Bialystok family. But yeah, sadly, we didn't get to see it, but there is like a museum of medicine attached to this. They seem to have some like COVID restrictions, so things are only open at certain times at the moment. This is a rather notable Cavalin's dog statue, right in the middle. So,
Oops.
after kind of taking in the castle and
Did it? Okay, so the dog statue is a popular monument called something, meaning dog in Polish. It is located in the city's central square in front of the town hall. This bronze statue depicts a friendly, life-size dog sitting on the ground and has become one of the city's most beloved public sculptures. The statue is not tied to any specific historical event or person, but was created to add a sense of warmth and charm to the area. Over time, it has become a symbol of friendliness, loyalty, and the bond between people and animals. Locals and visitors alike are fond of the statue, and it's common for people to take photos with the dog or even pet it for good luck. The statue has become a light-hearted and charming feature of the public square, standing out from other monuments with more serious tone. The playful dog statue brings an approachable and joyful character to the city and is favorite for tourists exploring.
Cool. We decided to explore more of the center, and we found these very, very colorful umbrellas. Reminded me a little bit of Lublin. I saw something similar with lanterns there. And really, one thing that stands out, like in a lot of Polish cities, but especially in Bialystok, is there is lovely architecture kind of everywhere. And this is the Army Museum. Again, sadly, didn't quite get in there. They were closed to clean it for COVID at the time. And the Cathedral of the Blessed Virgin Mary. This is definitely the landmark that really, it stands out a mile. I mean, Poland is quite renowned for its cathedrals, but this one, you could probably argue it's one of the more dramatic sights you see in Poland when it comes to these structures. But again, really kind of holy aura when exploring this place. I have to admit, I always get impressed. Now, one thing to note about Bialystok is actually it's home to a man called Zamenhof, who you might know as the creator of Esperanto, the most widely used constructed international auxiliary language. So, pretty impressive.
Yes.
I've got sculptures everywhere, beautiful buildings in the centre. I believe this is Lipova Street, which is the main one that runs through the city. It's about 800 metres or so. The market square, it was very quiet, but, you know, again, as with these big Polish cities, you get some wonderful views.
Yeah.
So this is a sign inside the Podlasha Museum.
Wow.
I have to admit, Bialystok needs to take a few hints from, say, Katowice when it comes to museums. But still, I always like to explore and try and learn something of the culture. And there were these wonderful market stalls where, you know, they were selling all kinds of foods and crafts and things like that. And again, just I love these things. The first time I saw anything like this was in Krakow back in the day, and yeah, it's always refreshing. You know, I would have loved this as a child, definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of bread rolls, and this place I highly recommend for food. By the way,
Babka?
was lovely, kind of Polish, like Lithuanian cuisine in there, and worth noting that of course Bialystok is pretty close to Lithuania. Another amazing cathedral. You just keep seeing this, and you know, this is just a normal street, but still, like, I like highlighting the kind of architecture you see in Poland. Now, this wheel, I tried to find out some information online. I think it's a recent sculpture.
What about... Alright, guys, so for the wheel sculpture, this one right here that I'm completely in the way of. There you go, a little bit more. Able to see it. They look like they have really big noses, like they're Pinocchio. But the Great Synagogue Memorial of the Wheel Sculpture is a significant monument that commemorates the destruction of the Great Synagogue during the World War II. The synagogue was one of the largest and most magnificent synagogue in Poland before it was destroyed by the Nazis in 1941, along with the congregational... Oh my gosh, this fly. Along with its congregation inside. Congregation inside. The sculpture, designed in the shape of a large wheel or circular form, symbolizes both remembrance and the cyclical nature of history. The wheel is representing time, life, and continuity, even in the face of tragedy. The monument serves as a reminder of the tragic event of the Holocaust and the destruction of the Jewish life in Bialystok. Particularly the burning of the synagogue in its community. It says that this is one of the most meaningful sculptures, reflecting both the city's deep history, scars, and its ongoing commitment to remembering the past. It's a place for reflection, an important stop for anyone looking to understand the history in its Jewish community, which I think that is absolutely amazing. It is very important for Poland too, where they've came from and what they've been through. So that's super cool.
See in Poland. Now, this wheel, I tried to find out some information online. I think it's a recent sculpture, but pretty cool. And yeah, so many like palaces. I mean, the thing with Bialystok is,
wow,
this church
that's huge.
Wow. It really, it's like something out of a movie. It's absolutely, yes, really stood up on the hill. You could see it for miles. And yeah, but that's the thing. There are a lot of buildings that I'm highlighting. And yeah, but that's the thing. There are a lot of buildings that I'm highlighting here. I don't really have time to tell you about each of them, but a number of them were tied into the kind of industrial scene of Bialystok, because it was known as like the second Łódź at a time, I think, because it really kind of built up its textiles. Oh yeah, alien-like buildings. Because it was known as like the second Łódź at a time, I think, because it really kind of built up its textiles. Oh yeah, alien-like buildings. You see a lot of those in Poland. But again, this was just like a little bit off the beaten track, this area, and yet still some lovely things to see. And sure, with a lot of these kind of sites in these Polish cities, you maybe can't go in, you can't explore, but you really get a good feel of the history when you see them. Yes, and of course, there was rather strong history here with World War II. But I guess actually I should probably talk a little bit about the history. So actually, this city was established in 1487 by the Rachkov family, and it was granted by the Duke of Lithuania, hence the type. Then in 1547 it went to the Wesziolowski's family, and then Stefan Charnecki was, it went into in 1661. 1692, that's when Jan Clement Branicki come into it. Oh wow, this was my favourite part of the museums, this nice interactive display.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, so it went to East Prussia in 1795, then went to Russia in 1807, and it's really in the 18th and 19th century that kind of the educational establishment and the textile industry grew. In 1870, of course, remember this is under the time of Russia, Polish was banned as a language. And from 1912, it was kind of a transit site for the deportation of Poles to Siberia. There's actually a museum to that, which sadly I didn't get time to visit. But yeah, it was returned to Poland after the First World War, but quickly taken by the Soviets as they started the Polish-Soviet War after this, and Poland got it back in 1920. Then, of course, in 1939, the Nazis came in, and just a break to just let you know that we're just going outside the city now, up to this kind of one of these recreations of the old town, and it was a bit of an effort to get to. The buses only run 2 hours on a Sunday, and it can be hard to get a bolt from there, so just be warned. But as you've seen this in a few of my videos, I'll just continue with the history before I run out of time. So yes, 1939 went to the Nazis, but then they passed it to Russia as part of the Soviet-Nazi Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, retaken by the Nazis in 1941, and 56,000 Jewish residents of the town were confined to a ghetto. And the Nazis really drove to kind of remove the non-German population in this town. Taken back by the Soviets in 1944, and there were a couple of atrocities happened in that time. Finally came back to Poland in 1945, and since 1999 it's been the capital of the Podlaski Voivodeship. So that was a very quick rundown of the history. I have to admit, I wish I'd got more footage here of this city, but really recommend it. Lovely place to go for a weekend. Very relaxing place to go, especially if the weather's nice. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned. Please like, please subscribe. Do zobaczenia.
Only in that short amount of time, so much history. Holy cow. Like, that city or capital, whatever you want to call it,
has insane amount of history. Okay, so there's a couple things on here that I said, tell me about this place, and I actually haven't read them, but I mean, there's like key points I've kind of looked at, but I wanted to go over with you guys the things that maybe were not on the video, because obviously that guy, he didn't have access to internet to look up a couple things. So I thought it was really cool that this place is like the melting pot of like various ethnicities, including Poles, Jews, Bavarians, Lithuanians, and Germans. So that's pretty much like where they all went. And It's also the birthplace of Ludwig Zamenhof or whatever. And he was the creator of something called Esperanto, which is a constructed international language designed to foster peace and communication among people in different nations. This reflects the city's multicultural roots. So that's awesome. Like, that guy invented a language to be able to better interact with all these different people. That's just really cool. Let's see. It's known for its green city due to its many parks. It says, today the city has a vibrant culture scene with theaters, galleries, and festivals, including the annual Esperanto Festival, reflecting its connection to Ludwig Zamenhof. It's also an important academic center, with the University of Bialystok being its key institution. So, they pretty much covered it all. That was a good video. I learned a hell of a lot. So, I hope you guys did too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and I really appreciate it. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.